I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley 1 year 1 million. So let's talk strategy for a second here. I mentioned in the last video that I'm going to be changing up the way that I get to 1 million gold. And the only reason that I can switch it up is because I was already doing the initial startup steps that I needed to in order to do this. And it's pretty much the same as the previous strategy. The previous strategy, if you guys don't know or don't remember, was that I was going to grow hops in the summer and then brew all of the hops into pale ale throughout, the second half of summer and the beginning, like all throughout fall and winter. But I realized that what I can actually do is I can buy the JoJo Mart membership for 5,000 gold, and then I can actually buy the greenhouse and the bus stop. I can repair the bus stop fairly easily, and doing those allow me to grow starfruit during the fall and winter, and kind of for the later part of summer. So the new plan is I'm going to buy the greenhouse, and then I'm going to buy the bus stop, and then I'm going to go to the Calico Desert and buy 120, I think, fit into the greenhouse. I'll buy 120 starfruit seeds. And 120 starfruit, if you brew it into wine, and like I said, this is why I was able to actually switch up the plan, because I was already making many kegs. I had to up the number of kegs a little bit that I needed, but it's not an issue. Not with how quickly we can get copper and iron and everything else. So, every starfruit sells for 800 gold. The seed costs 400 gold. The starfruit itself costs 800 gold. If you brew it into wine, it's worth 2400 gold. And if you have the artisan perk, which we will get at farming level 10, then every starfruit wine is worth 3600 gold. Meaning, one full field in the greenhouse of 120 starfruits, if you brew it all into wine, is over 360,000 gold. And it's such an easier way, kind of, to get into the 1 million range. So we're gonna do that instead of doing hops. There's less to brew, but it takes more time to brew, so it kind of, once we get into the later part of summer, then everything's gonna start speeding up a whole lot, because our entire day is just going to be water our plants, go to sleep. And then when our starfruits grow in the first time, our day is going to be water the starfruits, make sure that the kegs are producing. And if they aren't producing, then, take out the wine, put in a new starfruit, and then sleep. And we're just going to keep doing that until the end of the year. And that should coast us right over 1 million gold. It shouldn't even really be a problem. As long as I can set everything up during this last bit of spring and the first half of summer, then we can definitely make it that way. And that's pretty good. I didn't actually consider this at first, because starfruit is basically the best way in the game to make money. But normally, if you don't buy the things through the JoJo Mart, which I actually forgot you could do up until now, then you can't get into the greenhouses early. However, because we can grow blueberries as a cash crop and get a lot of money very early on in summer, even if it's the first year summer, then we're still going to just be making enough money where we can actually pay for the greenhouse right away. I would like to maybe get the minecarts as well, but I don't think there'll be much use by that point. We just don't need it. We won't have to go to the mines anymore because we'll already have the copper and iron we need by that point. If we don't have the copper and iron we need by the point that I would be doing that, then we've already messed it up, and it'll be a lot of work to fix it from there. But I'm pretty sure we will. So minecarts won't be really necessary, panning's not necessary, the quarry isn't necessary, we just don't need any of that. All we have to get is the bus stop repair and the greenhouse. I don't know where I stand on sprinklers yet. As it is, if we had sprinklers watering everything, we'd get slightly less profits out of our starfruits, and then every day would just be sleeping until the harvest days, or until the the kegs come out. Which I guess isn't a bad thing, but I want to actually have, you know, something to do going into the end of the series, even if it's just watering 120 plants a day. It's a small amount, but, you know, even then, should still be pretty good. I think this is a better strategy than going the hops, because you have to grow like 2,000 hops to be able to hit 1 million off of the profits. And I mean, it's a viable strategy, but I think I'd prefer to do star fruits. Moving on a little bit, the video, I think, coming up here soon. It's like near the end of the video, I think, but there's actually a few cuts because Twitter decided that even though I was playing a game, it would just pop up a notification, like, over the game, being like, hey, you got a tweet. So I had to cut those parts out. They stayed on the screen until I actually closed out of them by hand. So the first one stayed on the screen for like quite a bit. That's why there's such a kind of a large cut. It's only like 10 or 15 seconds at most, but still, it's noticeable probably. The second one was a lot less. It was just like a second. But even so, just thought I'd explain why there were those cuts there, so that nobody goes wondering why there was just a random cut in the video that I didn't mention. We're getting a fair amount of copper, like, every day, and a fair amount of iron as well later on. I don't think I start getting iron in this video, but like, in a few videos I start gathering iron en masse. I thought about it long and hard whether it would be worth upgrading my pickaxe to copper and then to steel, and being able to go down to where iron is, and, you know, breaking rocks a lot quicker. But in the end, I decided it just wasn't worth it. The 4 days that I would be out of commission, I could get more iron and copper than I would get from the increase, so I didn't do it. I do want to upgrade. I've already upgraded my watering can. That'll be in the next day in the game, because we're on the 28th right now. So it might be good to upgrade to gold watering can, but I haven't gotten to the point where I can actually get gold reliably yet. I'd have to push down to, what is it, about floor 80 in the mines? And we aren't quite to that point yet. You can kind of see those cuts, I think, right there. But we're coming to the end of the video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this, and if you did, like the video, comment the video, and subscribe the video. And I will see you guys all next time.